Hello chaps. Quick video on perception versus reality. Now, this is a big topic that not a lot of people actually talk about, and there's a subsection of it that I want to talk about today, is that the way you think something went isn't necessarily how it actually went. The big thing with us as people is we don't get all of the information, and the information that we do get is skewed. So what do I mean by that? So for example, to relate it to my life, on the sales calls that I do, I look back and watch them again for feedback, to improve, and to just get a better understanding of how I can approach the same thing next time and just get better. And I think this is an important thing to do, like recording yourself in the gym and watching the footage back and adjusting your form. It carries the same thing. So sometimes you can think you did something really well when in fact didn't actually go that great. And for someone who with a bit more experience watches in or hears the same thing, they're going to be like, well, this is where you need to improve. And you would have thought, I think it went pretty well. On the flip side, you could have thought that something went pretty terribly when in fact you were just inside your own head and you were dramatizing the negatives. So it's really important to have in all situations, to try and have someone around you that can give you a based, non-biased third opinion, and to ground yourself and give you, an honest bullet point and say, look, mate, this is great, but this needs improving, or vice versa. And another big thing is that our emotions skew a lot. So the world as it is very complicated and there's a lot going on, and we can only take in so much. And we also hyper-focus on the things that we care about. For example, relationships or the sales things that I'm talking about. You put in a lot of importance on things and you basically hyper-focus and you only cherry pick and you only sort of log the things that you really want to hear. So I noticed when I would be on a sales call, I'd hear and latch onto something that I heard, but inside of that sentence or at the end of the paragraph, there'd be a little gem which I missed because I just jumped to a conclusion. So in this side of things, you need to look at what the person is actually saying to you. Now this can be tough because we say a lot of words every day and there's a lot of information to take in, and really we cherry pick because there is so much stuff we can't process it all. But becoming more aware of what people are actually saying to you, the tone that they're using, and also the outcomes of things can just be smoke screens. Ooh, give you a little bump there. They can be smoke screens, or they can just be excuses that people don't want to actually explain to you the real issue and they want to let you down slowly. And this can be found with, like a lot of guys find with women, they get the wrong impression. The girl just wants to be nice. She doesn't want to let you down. And she'll tell you a story about something that's all made up just so she won't feel bad for letting you down. And there'll be a bit of a reason there. But in reality, you should have read the signs before that it wasn't working out. And this is a big hurdle to get over, because if you don't have any experience, whether in sales or relationships or whatever it is in learning, then it's hard to decipher what is legitimate and what isn't legitimate. And this is the confusion, and I think that a lot of the problems that young men go through is that they just can't make sense of the world, and what they do try and make sense of is typically wrong, and then they feel like they've got it all misconstrued. But to bring it round to a close, the fact that you're watching a video like this and you've stuck through to the end means you're conscious about the way that you're acting and how you can improve. And this is the first step. Actually putting yourself in the situation to look back and to resonate and to reevaluate the calls that you do or the conversations that you have, and ask deeper questions and sort of get a real answer rather than just taking everything for face value. It's an important topic nowadays as well, because there's a lot of stuff online. The idolization of influencers and the things that they've got to say, and a lot of the stuff can be actually very beneficial. But if you're listening to too many different people at too many different times and you don't know what to actually absorb, you're just going to be sat really confused and sort of lost because you've just got this analysis paralysis. So a key takeaway for this, to actually put something into action. If you've got a call recorded, if you do sales, go and listen back to it. Go and review it and sort of put yourself, or go and ask for someone for some advice. Secondly, if you've got a friend that you spent some time with and you're close with and you can have an honest conversation, just ask him how he thought a certain situation went with a group of friends. You know, what did it seem like Jerry was talking about when he said that? You know, and he might have a different opinion, and he might have seen something else that brought him down to a different thing, and you can have a conversation about that. So I think the main point is just to analyse and make sure that the things you're looking at are closer to reality than not. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this video, my name has been Nathan Pickstone. I'll probably put a subscribe button here. And if you want to catch another video and you like the way I speak, click this one. Until then, I'll take you to the next one.